Alright, Big Ben back here with you. We're going to try it a little different today, I think. Hey, so let's just talk about what we're going to call the keys to success to finding your biological people. Now, you're adopted, and I'm adopted, and, you're looking for your people just like I did. And so I just want to talk about, what I think is the most important things. And the most important things to me is, first of all, is good support. Your wife, your husband, your sister, brother, whoever you got that's supporting you in your search. Hopefully they understand. I know it's hard to explain to people why you're searching. And my wife didn't understand it for years. She understood it bothered me. And it was something I wanted to know. And she supported me through it. So you got to have somebody that's going to support you. It's going to be there for you. Somebody you can talk to. I've said in the past, I got a good friend. I run stuff by him and his wife, and I run stuff by some other friends, and they help me out on this stuff, and some pastors. So just have somebody you can talk to, just in case something crazy comes up in your search, or something wild, or if this is the first time you're seeing me and you want to know why I'm starting with that, go back and watch video 3 and 5. Go back and watch video number 3 and go back and watch video number 5. And then you'll figure out real quick why I'm saying you might need some people to talk to. Get your non-identifying information. You're going to need that. It's very important to have that. I don't know how it works in every state. I know in the state I live in, you get a hold of the county or the adoption agency. And if you don't know the adoption agency, start with the county that you were born in. Give them a call. Tell them you need your non-identifying information, and they'll get it out to you. Now, again, they work for the county or they work for the state, or so it might take them a week, it might take them 6 months, but however long it takes, you're going to need that. And hopefully there's some good stuff in there for you, just like there was for me. Take good notes. Take notes. Man, take notes about everything. Write everything down. Don't ever forget it. Just, it's too easy to forget stuff or not remember it correctly, or, oh, this looks familiar, or this is that. If you write it all down, you can go through it and you can figure it out a lot faster. Just save you time. Just take good notes. Take good notes about everything. Access to records. You want access to birth records, marriage records, census. I joined Ancestry. You use whoever you like. I found Ancestry to be the most helpful for me in my situation. So do that. And when we're talking about Ancestry, get your DNA done. Get that DNA done. You'll be able to link yourself to other people that your biological people, and like I've said in previous videos, you may be living 2 doors down from your cousin or 4 doors down from your grandma. You just don't know until you get that DNA done. Get that DNA done, and after you get it done, now you have access to people's family trees, and people that's put a lot of time and effort into making these family trees. People that's put their I ran across this lady that I'm related to. She's my 4th cousin. Well, hell, she's got 19,000 people on her dang family tree. Well, now, if you've seen the other stuff that I've done, you know that my biological grandmother on my mother's side was also adopted. So I'm trying to sort her people out. Now, I have a family tree from my biological mother's side, which only covers, all her biological father's side, basically, because they don't know anything about her biological grandmother. And it goes way back. So, having that tree helps. Researching my biological father's side of the family, I could pretty much sort all his people out. So I'm looking, I'm really starting to work hard on this, finding my biological grandmother's side of her family, where she came from, the ABCs of her. Well, I reached out to this lady. Like I said, she got 19,000 people on her tree, and through the DNA match, I took the second cousins I found that I know they belong to the biological father side of the family, anybody I match with them, I take right out of the list. Using the family tree, the people I've found that have, you know, the same common or the same names as my biological grandfather's side, I take them out. Well, now I'm left with some people. And those people I'm left with, I'm pretty sure, are my biological grandma's people. So anyway, I reached out to this lady. She, like I said, she got 19,000 people on her tree. I reached out to her and told her basically, you know, hey, I'm adopted and I know my biological people. I found them. And then finding them, I found out my biological grandmother's also adopted, and I would like, I'm trying to figure them out, and I'm DNA linked to you, and I'm just wondering if you could help me. Sent that to her in a little message thing. Well, she sent me a message back pretty quick. And I said, wow, that's amazing. She goes, I'm adopted too. And I read that first line. I go, well, there goes the chance of them, any of those 19,000 people, you know. And she goes, but I know all my biological people too. I've known them for 35 years. And everybody that's on my tree is my biological people. And I'd absolutely love to help you. I love a good mystery. And man, I can't thank her enough, you know. So I got her help. And man, I got a third cousin that I've reached out to. Now I've reached out to a lot of people. You know, you can't be scared to reach out to people, and that's another thing. Just reach out. Pick up the phone, call them, send them a message, whatever you got to do. You know, you're trying to find stuff out, and there's people out there that's, you know, like I said, they may have 10, 12, 15,000 people on the tree. They may only have 30 people on the tree, but, you know, you're only looking for a couple of people. I mean, if you really think about it, you know, you're either looking for your biological folks, or you're looking maybe for an aunt or an uncle or a biological sibling. That narrows it down pretty quick, so you don't need 19,000. But I reached out to this third cousin. Now, I know she's for the same reason. She's going to be related to my biological grandmother. Now, she's my third cousin. So, you know, that's pretty close. So once my biological mother's DNA gets back, I'll be able to narrow it down a little bit. But get that DNA done. It's so useful. It's so useful. And like I said, reach out to people. Don't be scared to reach out to people and ask them for help. Now, you got to remember too, it's helpful to know this, that people may or may not want to hear from you. And if you watch these other videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I have a biological full uncle, and I've reached out to his daughters, and I never heard anything back. Well, I got his phone number. Well, I called him more than once, I guarantee you. And I left him some messages. I left him some voicemails. I sent him a couple of text messages. You know, he's 80 years old. I don't know if he does text messages or not. Somebody read the text messages on that. You know, iPhone to iPhone, you can tell when somebody reads that. Well, somebody did read those messages. Did I hear back from him? Well, yeah, I heard back from him, but not directly. He called his half-brother, which is going to be one of my half-uncles, and said, hey, tell this guy to leave me alone. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to know nothing about him. I don't care. I just don't want nothing to do with him. Well, normally I'd wait till I get a restraining order before I quit. That's a lie. But, I mean, like I said, you got to be a stalker. So, I mean, I stalked this guy down, and he don't want to hear from me. Well, you know, again, would I like to talk to him? Absolutely, I'd like to talk to him just to find out about, you know, more on his side of the family. Not his kids or nothing like that, but his cousins, his aunts, his uncles, you know, just in case, you know, this whole biological grandmother side turns out to be, you know, part of that deal. Yeah, like I said before, I'm 95% sure this guy's my full uncle. But, you know, it is what it is. People may or may not want to hear from you. And the last thing, man, prepare yourself for bad, crazy, whatever. You never know. You just don't know. You don't know the circumstances of which you ended up here on this planet Earth. I'm not going to get into it. I ain't going to talk about it. If you want to know what the hell I'm talking about, you go back and look at video number 3 and look at video number 5. And that'll tell you just a brief part of the craziest in my story. My story continues. I'm still searching people out. Now I'm going to go see these biological half-uncles here pretty quick. I planned out a trip. And they live quite a far away from me, you know. They live out there a little ways. And but I can work it into my vacation. So I'm going to go see these people. Have I prepared myself for something crazy to come up talking to these guys face to face? Absolutely. There's not a doubt in my mind something else is going to come up. I'd be surprised if something didn't come up before I even get out there. I don't know. But you just need to be prepared for anything, because you just don't know, man. This whole crazy deal. This whole deal is crazy. I can laugh at it now because I've done lived through it. I've done work through it. I use my number one thing, my supportive people, to help me get through this, man. My wife, my friends, my pastors, just anybody that was willing to help me shake it. And now I can laugh at it because it's just, man, it's just crazy. And speaking of my friend, now, I told you my friend, his mom gave up a baby for adoption. And hopefully this next one I do, I get with her. And I'm gonna try to give it a different twist on it, you know, what she did to find her son that she gave up for adoption, and the things she went through. Because I don't know her side, I don't know that side, you know. I'm on the adoptee side. I don't know. I mean, I know how I felt. I felt like I needed to know. That's what the way I felt, and that's the only way I could ever explain it to somebody, you know, people. Is there was something deep down inside me that said I need to know these things, good, bad, right, wrong, ugly, whatever it is, and I got it all in mind. Trust me. If you've watched my other videos, you know I got every single one of them things in mind. But I want to see how she did it. So hopefully the next one I get to, I can get her on here and we can go through it. I don't reckon we're going to be inside this truck when we do it. That's for dang sure. All right. Well, I hope this finds you good. Hope it finds you well. And last thing, man, don't give up on your search. Be persistent. Don't take no for an answer. Don't give up. Don't be afraid to put it up for a little while. You've been adopted your whole life. Don't be afraid to put it up. Go spend time with your people that love you and care about you, that are right around you. But never give up on your search, man. Just keep searching. Just keep working at it, little at a time. Little steps, little steps, little steps. Well, guess what? If you take a bunch of little steps, you've been a mile. Once you've been a mile, you can go 2 miles. Once you've been 2 miles, hell, next thing you know, you look back and you done went 100 miles. So just take them little steps at a time. Anyway, I hope it finds you good. Hope it finds you well. Big Ben, I'm out.